What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another MMA YouTube video. Today, we're really just going to talk about kind of the recent happenings in the UFC, specifically with Aaron Pico. He's now officially signed to the UFC, reported by Brett Okamoto and ESPN. So there's no bullshit. There's none of that. He is not fighting Movsar Evloev. I called that. I have no proof of that, of course, but I knew for a fact there's no way they're doing Aaron Pico, Movsar Evloev in the Apex, right? So I knew that wasn't happening. Aaron Pico's a big star in like regional America. If anyone watching this video is an American, like dude, just like random Americans know Aaron Pico. So they're definitely gonna probably have him headline a crowded fight night or something, um, or maybe co-main, but or be on a big pay-per-view. So yeah, just big news. Kyoji Horiguchi is also coming back and add some life into that flyweight division. He was always really good. Just kind of he just left, I guess, to go to Rise, and I don't remember exactly why, but yeah, it's just an exciting time. We're kind of going to get into that. Will, do you have anything on these guys, on all these debutants and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Pico, super entertaining. Gets gets knocked out. Hasn't in a while, but gets knocked out or just kills people, and that's always really fun to see. I'm so glad that Movsar fight isn't happening. Like, especially not in the Apex. That would have been such a waste of an incredible debut of like an incredible new talent for the UFC if they threw him in there against like the most boring guy in featherweight history in the Apex. So hopefully he gets like a really entertaining matchup in like the top 10 of the featherweight division. Off the top of my head, I don't really know where he would fit in there or who he would go against. But there's so many things you could do with him. And we're getting two of Bellator's best in featherweight with Pitbull fighting this week as well, which I'm really excited about. We're kind of, I mean, I don't know about stealing because they're kind of dying, but we're looting
Yeah.
their yeah their best two like homegrown talents with Pico and Pitbull here. Who else would you say are their best talents that we are yet to get in
I
the
mean,
UFC?
I know he's kind of a PFL tour fighter, but Paul Hughes,
Yeah,
absolutely. Usman Nurmagomedov, we're never getting because his bro is Islam and he's the champ. But or well, I guess even when Islam loses, it seems like he's going to stick in Bellator.
Bellator, or he's
Um,
gonna if Bellator completely dies, I think he might just go back to ACA or some bullshit like that.
well, or PFL probably.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just yeah, because
Well,
I think PFL will probably stick around.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah,
AJ McKee had a really embarrassing performance against Paul Hughes where he just didn't look good and didn't look like himself. But dude, AJ McKee's a fucking monster.
mhm.
Yeah, there's more. There's a couple more.
Yeah,
So,
it's kind of crazy. We're seeing a big exodus from a lot of these other like major professional MMA competitors. Like one MMA, one Muay Thai is doing really well. One MMA is completely dying, and a lot of their fighters won out. So we're probably going to see a few of those one champions or just one like top tiers up there, which is going to be great. And
Tank Kai and Christian Lee.
yeah,
I love
oh
Tank and
dude,
Christian Lee.
Tankai hasn't fought in forever. Neither is Christian Lee actually. Like that's going to be really great for the UFC. Um, and like Bellator and PFL haven't been doing well, and their fighters are also looking for a way out. So hopefully, we're gonna get kind of a strike force situation where we continue seeing like these incredibly hyped fighters from other promotions coming in, maybe taking some belts. That'd be really cool. But
Yeah.
as of now, it's looking weird for a lot of those other promotions. It's a bit sad that MMA is kind of establishing like a full monopoly. They already did pretty much have one, but now with like the death of these competitors, they've taken over the MMA market completely. GFL is not a competitor. They probably won't last 5 years. So
I, dude,
yeah, I'm
I
being
think they're
generous.
not
I'm being
lasting.
generous.
I don't think they're lasting one like series. Like I know they do. That's how they do it with all these different teams, like New
Yeah,
York, Saudi Arabia, LA. Like, dude, I don't think they're lasting one like three
yeah.
events.
No,
Yeah.
I mean I'm being generous with 5 years, but GFL horrible model. Like, what are they thinking? Um, So yeah, they're done. But that's aside. Do you want to go over the story of like this whole weird Aaron Pico announcement
Yeah.
and stuff?
Yeah. So we weren't really planning to make a video on this originally, but we were thinking so we might as well because it's been yeah, like Will said, it's been a weird developing story. So initially, we've been seeing for the past 5 months or so, Dana White, people have mentioned, hey, Aaron Pico wants out of Bellator. He just, I think, I don't know if it was his last fight. I think it was. He avenged his loss to Henry Corrales like 10 years later. He
10
wants out of, not
years.
10,
His debut was in 2017.
okay.
Yeah.
6 years later, however long ago it was, he avenged his loss to Henry Corrales. I think he's done with PFL, as a lot of people are. It sounds like PFL is just horrible to deal with, and you don't get the same notoriety you do in the UFC. So why the hell would you deal with that type of cancerous, promoter in Don Davis? But yeah, so he wanted out, kind of similar to how Pitbull did. And they're like, okay, obviously the UFC's going to pick him up. Who the hell wouldn't want Aaron Pico, right? The guy is one, really good. That's one box ticked. He's insanely entertaining. The guy can't put on boring fights. He's insanely explosive, has great wrestling, dynamite in his hands with solid technical boxing. Like, the guy's really good, really fun. So he wanted out. And then it was kind of just like every once in a while, Dana White would say, like, yeah, I love this kid. Sean Shelby actually loves Aaron Pico. Sean Shelby said Aaron Pico is like his favorite fighter. Sean Shelby can't stop talking about Aaron Pico, right? So that was kind of this thing, and everybody was like, oh, so Aaron Pico's going to come to the UFC. So we've kind of known that for a while. It's like there's nobody out here who's going to give him some type of counteroffer, right? He's not going to GFL to fight fucking Kevin Lee,
I don't
right?
think there's anyone over or like under like 38 in the GFL. Or if they are, they're like some woman who went 0-2 in the UFC. Like
Yeah, yeah,
GFL, another like aside, this video isn't about GFL, but genuinely like the bottom of the barrel in MMA talent. It is insane how bad their roster is. But anyway,
yeah,
keep going.
yeah. And or then he's not going to go to one MMA. Because, dude, I'm sorry, if you're a fighter and you're going to one MMA, you're a fucking idiot, dude.
Especially
You're
a
a
young
fucking idiot.
fighter like Aaron Pico. 28
That's what
years
I mean.
old,
That's what I mean.
you'll have two fights before you're too old to compete.
That's what I mean. Like, if you're like, I'm sorry, I love Christian Lee. He's one of my favorite fighters in the world. Not, UFC one aside. I love Christian Lee. I love Tang Kai.
Yep.
Dude, they are in hell in N1. That sounds crazy. They're like in contract hell with the one. They're just like, they can't get out of it. They fight once or less a year. Dude, look at Solich,
And
man.
less recently, yeah.
Look at Solich, man. What the fuck happened to Solich?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna actually check it real quick. Dude, what the hell happened to Solich? Like, he was so awesome as a prospect. He KO'd Dricus Duplessis. And everybody knew, oh, dude, Roberto Solich. And then he kind of got fraud checked and won. And it was like, oh, shit, Roberto Solich got fraud checked. Oh, he came back. I didn't even realize that. He came back a month ago and
I
won.
mean, hey, and
Almost
that's
2 years.
wait, hold on. And then we got to mention that's one's promotion. Like not only do they fail to fight their fighters, they fail to promote them as well.
Yes. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool that he came back. He beat a doggy, Arslanaliev. Arslanaliev. He beat Doggy Arslanaliev. But yeah, so cool for Solich. But hey, he fought in May 2023, bro. That was DJ's last fight. That's when he fought. What the fuck? Demetrius Johnson, the man who has not fought in over 2 years, or in almost 2 years. That was Solich's last fight before his recent. Like, dude, it's horrible in one. I hate what they're doing. I'm praying for Christian Lee. I'm praying for Tang Kai. I'm praying for these fun ass fighters that MMA fighters, Muay Thai, knock yourself out. But for these MMA fighters, I'm praying they can get out of the one contract. I'm praying Solich can come to the UFC. I'm praying all these guys can come to the UFC because it really sucks seeing what's going on in one championship. They're obviously hemorrhaging money. They just give out bonuses out the wazoo. They pay these guys like they don't bring in that money, right? So yeah, in general,
Yeah.
just
And they kill people's careers. Like shout out to Sage Northcutt getting immediately obliterated by Cosmo Alessandre, going out for what, like 2, 3+ years?
it was
Yeah,
4 years. It was
four
a really
years.
long
Yeah.
time. No, hold on. It was like 5 years, dude. It was a really long
Yeah,
time.
losing so much of his prime and then like coming back in a fixed fight. Like that's insane, man. How is one able to do this? Like ruin
Yes,
so many careers and get over with it,
dude.
get away with it.
Allegedly, like as a joke, that fight was fixed.
Yeah.
It was crazy. That fight, like in a funny way, was just fixed, dude.
Yeah.
The guy didn't fight. He dove into a heel hook and got subbed. in WWE, dude. Like
Yeah.
that fight was ridiculous. Hey, but hey, Sage Northcutt, he's fighting in GFL now. Fucking wonderful. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was 4 years. 4 years, but from the
That's
Cosmo.
ridiculous. Yeah, we did never finish the Aaron Pico story though. So recently,
We got so
yeah,
sidetracked.
yeah,
We got so sidetracked.
uh,
Okay,
yeah,
Pico, yes. So he gets into the UFC. Yeah, he gets into the UFC. Everybody kind of knew. Okay, if Jane is talking, glazing him up, Sean Shelby and all
yeah.
that,
But the
he's
thing
going to
is,
be in the UFC.
yeah, we weren't sure if he was in the UFC. Like, this fight with Movsarvloyev was announced by some third party like Eastern media platform, and there were like, and everybody was talking about it. He was getting like that fight was getting posted by Full Violence, like other like I wouldn't say major. I don't know how big Full Violence is, but like some pretty big like third party MMA media things. But both of us were kind of confused as to why it wasn't being posted by anywhere else that was
Well,
actually like official.
because okay, we did know Aaron Pico was in the UFC. When Dana White starts talking about a fighter like that, we know they're going to be in the
Yeah,
UFC.
fair enough. Yeah,
He just officially signed like a couple
like an
hours
hour
ago,
ago.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, like an hour ago when we're filming this. It'll probably be like earlier in the day when we upload this. Um, yeah, he just officially signed. I was like, dude, there's no way this Evlov fight is right.
yeah.
First,
But we
like
saw
Will
the
said,
announcement for the fight, and it was all weird.
yes, we saw the announcement. Everybody, Full Violence was posting it. People were taking it and running with it. Um, but we knew like, nah, that's not happening. One, it's in the Apex. As I said, Aaron Pico is a big star in like regional America, dude. Like people know Aaron Pico. You talk to some guy from fucking Wisconsin who went to a Bellator event 5 years ago, he knows Aaron Pico. You know what I'm saying? So, um, people know Aaron Pico. He's not fighting in the Apex, and he's
Yeah,
not fighting in a number one contenders fight against Movsar Evloev. He's probably going to get a Brian Ortega, an Aljamain
yeah.
Sterling, something like that. Arnold Allen would be.
Like I said, he
Arnold
fits.
Allen.
Like I said, Pico fits very well into that featherweight like top 10. Um, Again, I'm not exactly sure what opponent they're going to place him against, but pretty much every option but Movsarvloyev would be a great
Yes.
choice.
Yes.
Because, like, one, Movsar, we all know this, like, literally the most boring fighter ever. Um, and in a in a matchup where like you're fighting a guy as entertaining as Pico, he's just going to smother him, and it's going to be awful. Like Pico, yes, his wrestling is very good, but Avloyev has consistently proven that he can just get around like top level MMA wrestling.
And me and Milo were having this whole argument last night. You see him on this channel a bunch, or not? You've seen him
Not
a
a
couple
bunch
times.
yet, but yeah, what?
You'll see him tomorrow for our or our picks video. Um, but yeah, we were arguing about it. And I was like, dude, I'm sorry, but there is simply no world in which Aaron Pico beats Movsar Evloev. Movsar
So
is gonna find a way to win against every single fighter other than maybe Diego Lopez, Volkanovski, and Topuria. He's just gonna win. That's how this sport works. At this point, if you can't tell, like all these people talk about pattern recognition recently. I know Guru's a big fan of pattern recognition when it comes to like race. But dude, if you want to talk about pattern recognition when it comes to fights, lock the fuck in. I don't know that was just a random. I
yeah,
just heard that
I mean,
recently.
go
But
ahead, man. I don't.
dude, um, everyone's not losing.
No.
Like Allen arguably beat him, Aljo arguably beat him. He's not gonna lose, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
I don't like him, but that's just the way this sport works. These fighters don't lose until they fight a Marab, until they fight a
yeah,
Volkanovski,
yeah. We
until they
talk
fight a
about
Topuria.
puncher's chance in MMA. When is the last time puncher's chance has had any effect on a fight at the top level of the sport? I can't think of one. It doesn't happen. Aaron Pico will not knock out Movsar Evloev on the feet. He could hurt him. Nothing ever happens. Like simple as like he might something a little bit like some weird stuff might happen. He might tag him, but he's not winning. Movsar
Yeah, dude,
Evloev will then take him down as soon as he pushes forward. Because like he's that's what he does.
he'll attack him like Lopez tagged him. Oh no, Lopez hit him with a right hand, and he walks backwards.
Takes
Oh
him down,
fucking
controls him
no!
for the rest of the round. Like that's it.
Yes, and he wins the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, Allen clearly outstrikes him and should have won without the bullshit rule. Oh no, he wins a close decision. Oh, Joe, That's an either way type of fight.
Yeah.
But Evloev wins
Unanimous
because his name
applause.
is Evloev and not, I don't know,
Smith. I
what,
don't know, man.
Santos,
Yeah.
Smith, fucking Miller, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to win those fights. His name isn't Sterling, so he's going to win those fights. That's just how it works, dude.
Yep.
That's how the sport works. If you can't figure it out by now, I'm sorry. It sucks. I hate it. We all hate it. Would it be fucking beautiful? Oh, would I cry with joy if Aaron Pico knocked out Movsar Evloev? Yes, but it's not happening.
No. I mean,
Anyways,
that
the
being
fight.
said,
It's
any
the
other
fight's not even
matchup,
happening.
yeah, any fight's not happening. Thank God. Give him any other matchup in that top 10. It is going to be fireworks. Aaron Pico is going to be great in the UFC.
I'm going to call this right now. Aaron Pico, Arnold Allen. That's a
Yep.
fucking war.
That's the one I
Every
was
single
thinking of.
person on
Yep.
earth would love to see that. Aaron Pico, dude, there's going to be in there. Dude, it's gonna be, I'm so fucking hyped for Aaron Pico. Dude. But yes. Aaron Pico, Arnold Allen. Aaron Pico versus a loser of Yair and Pitbull. That might take a little while.
No, it would take
So
too
one of
long.
those
Yeah, we
fights,
gotta get him.
don't put him in the apex. Please don't put him in the apex. We can't handle that. Yeah.
I mean,
Anyways,
where's
Kyoji
Aaron?
Horiguchi.
Yeah, Kyoji Horiguchi too.
What you were saying?
Yeah. Just I guess we'll go on to him. I think we've said enough about Aaron Pico here, but Kyoji Horiguchi left the UFC because they don't pay shit, and those paydays in Ryzen, I'm pretty sure they're undisclosed, but they're probably a disgusting amount of money. So
Especially for like a Japanese star like Horiguchi.
yep. So Horiguchi probably just made his bag like crazy in Ryzen. Now he's coming back to fight at the top level in the UFC, which is super exciting for the rest of the division. Hi, Jake. So
Jit was barking at me, so I'm just
yeah.
gonna hold him here.
So Kyoji Horiguchi, another guy who just fits really well into that top 15. Kai Asakura, got his title shot, and since then has been just dropping down and down in the rankings. So I guess they're just gonna throw in another like top Ryzen talent to that UFC top 15, try to get him a win, where Kai Asakura failed. But
And I would like to say, what Will just said about Takai's Kerr dropping down in the rankings, we are going to have a flyweight divisional tiering
yep.
video coming out probably next week. Yeah, probably next week. So watch out for that.
Yep.
Then that we'll heavily discuss Kai Sakura in that.
Because I mean, him being at 15 rank, probably going to drop out of the rankings whenever there's the next ranking change at flyweight, next ranked fight, is kind of disgusting. I mean, you throw him to the dog Pantoja in his first fight, and you're going to drop him down to 15 in what, like how long has it been? 2 months, 3 months?
3 months,
Yeah,
4 months,
3 months.
four this month,
Or
four.
yeah,
Yeah.
time
Or five.
passes
Wait,
by too quick. It's
December.
scary, man. Yeah.
5 months. Yeah.
5. Yeah. Okay. But
December, January, February, March. April.
yeah. So, I think it's pretty gross to drop him down that fast, especially when you have Tim Elliott above him. On a side note, that just doesn't make sense. It's
And
2025. Get out of there.
can I just this is my this is my second time talking about Charles Johnson's Twitter, but I'm going to keep talking about it, okay? Charles Johnson was saying cuz he got bumped out of the rankings because of Kai Asakura, because Kai Asakura went to number 15 and so Johnson got bumped out. Dude, okay, I love you as a fighter. Charles Johnson is one of my favorite flyweights. He's an awesome fighter. Dude, you lost to Temirov. Yeah, Temirov. You lost to Temirov and it was pretty unimpressive. You clearly lost the first 2 rounds. You had no offense. You were just kind of skating away. You were afraid of the power, which I get because he hits hard. But dude, Asakura dogged it out with Pantoja, and yeah, I got smoked, but that's his style. And he got a title shot in his debut. He should be above you. He should be above you in the rankings, just like he should be above Tim Elliott and Tagir Ulanbekov, who don't fight.
Yeah. Not to sound racist, but Asakura, he fights like bonsai, man. He goes in there, he he kills his opponent or he gets smoked. It's super fun to watch. And
No, 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 no,
I
no.
just ruined it. But yeah. Back to Kyoji Horiguchi. Off that side
That's so
tangent.
fucking
Yeah.
sidetracked. Oh my god.
Continuously. But no, he'll be fun. I don't have much to say about him because he's already been in the UFC. He had a quick stint there where he fought like some pretty crazy pretty crazy opponents in the UFC. So he'll fit back right up at the top, which is amazing because we need some life at the top of flyweight. We keep having these guys at the top, Royval, Moreno, just kill a lot of up and comers, and same with KKF, I guess, for Urseg. But yeah, we need someone to breathe life, and I think Kyoji Horiguchi is finally a guy who's good enough to actually do that. I
Yeah,
think,
and I'll say this with Kyoji Horiguchi. I think I'd want to see him against Moreno or Royval. I know Royval actually just got booked with Cop, so ignore that. I want to see him in Moreno, dude. I want to see Kyoji Horiguchi, Brandon Moreno, because this ain't no Steve Ursay. This ain't no Amir Albazi. This is Kyoji Horiguchi. We know Kyoji Horiguchi. We know what's up with Kyoji Horiguchi. We know this guy's fucking good. Yeah, I want to see him, dude. I want to see him in the UFC. If not against Brandon Moreno, maybe. Oh no, maybe against like Asuama Bayev. Maybe against a loser of Pantoja KKF. Maybe Steve Urseg, but I don't think so.
yeah,
I want to see Urseg versus not a demon. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, give him kind of a bounce back. He's still clearly good enough to win in the top 15, but don't
But
give him like, you know, don't make him
you know
fight
what I
these
see happening?
monsters.
I see Kyoji Horiguchi, Alex Perez. That is probably what's going to end up
Yeah,
happening.
UFC's always on some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
But that's like speaking about that like how top heavy flyweight is. That's another reason why it's so frustrating to me that they drop Kaya Sakura down so quickly. Like we need guys like that to like fight at the top. Kaya Sakura, he lost his title shot. You could still have him fight like one of those top contenders in the top 5 or whatever. But you're basically immediately discarding him as soon as he doesn't win that title fight.
Yeah. And don't fucking Urseg him. You know what I mean? Don't say, oh, you lost Pantoja. Here's Kaikar France. Oh, you got KO'd by Kaikar France. Here's Brandon Moreno. Yeah, don't do that. But say, oh, you lost to Pantoja. Here's Asuama Bayev. You lost to Pantoja? Oh, here's Kaikar France. Here's Brendan Reval. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Here's Tatsuro Taira. Maybe not. But that's kind of what I'm saying. Don't just fucking, oh, you lost to Pantoja. Here's number 15 and Rafael Estevan. Here's number 15 and Bruno Silva. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't like it.
So hopefully flyweight gets a little better. Let's go on to Pitbull because he's
Yeah,
the last
I do
like
the sweeping.
big name. Yeah. I'd say Bellator's like biggest, most successful homegrown star. I love watching Pitbull fights. Either brother, but is this Patricio or
This is
Patricio? Yeah,
Patricio. Patricio, the
Patricio.
better one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the better one. He's fighting Yair. We'll have our picks video tomorrow, so I'm not going to go too much in that matchup. But but what he means for the division, if he's not totally washed, he is pretty old. But if he's not washed, he is super entertaining. Just a great all-around MMA fighter, and another dude who makes for some incredible matchups in that top 15. Um, I could another guy where I could see like an absolute war with Arnold Allen or or just Arnold Allen just he matches up so well with anyone. He's so
Anyway,
entertaining.
Arnold Allen is the fucking
Yep.
goat of humanity, dude. I love Arnold Allen. Shout out Arnold Allen.
I went to London this last summer and I got a couple meal deals. Shout out Arnold Allen. That was pretty
My
funny
boy.
watching his YouTube. Yeah. Um but there's a lot of matchups you could give to Patricio there. I'm hoping this has nothing to do with my pick, but I'm hoping that Patricio can kill Yair because I think Yair kind of sucks. Um, and then maybe we can start talking about a title for Patricio Pitbull. A UFC title would be incredible for him.
I'm also hoping kills Jair. Once again, nothing to do with my pick, but I'm hoping Patricio Pitbull beats Jair. I'm not as I know Will despises Jair. We once again hating on fighters will be a lengthy series on this channel, and we'll definitely have a Yair Rodriguez section in that series. I'm not as big of a hater, but I get it. But no, dude, I think Pitbull breathes life into the division. I think it'd be super fun. I think you have him fight Yair, then you have him fight a loser of Volkan Lopez. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Or if you're really starved for contenders, which could happen if a lot of people lose or just weird stuff happens, like shifting around the rankings, you could just throw him into a title shot. He is so proven at that level of the sport that you can throw him in there, and I wouldn't question it for a second.
Like if Evloev dies in a train accident or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes. All right. Hey, if you want to learn about the rigorous training exercises Movsar Evloev went through as a child, look up Movsar Evloev, 16-year-old dude.
Yep.
He went through brutal training exercises when he was 16 years old. If you want to learn more, look up Movsar Evloev, 16-year-old.
Do that.
Yeah, that's I think that's a good note to end it. We got some awesome debuts coming. I love seeing these high profile fighters. I mean, come into the UFC. That was like a golden age back in the day when we had
Yep.
Luke Rockhold and Vitor Belfort coming back, and the guys from WEC like Benson Henderson and Pettis and like Eddie Alvarez I think came over from WEC and all that. Right, we had so many guys just come in from WEC and Strikeforce. I hope you get to see something similar to that. Sadly, yes, the UFC is building monopoly. That's not good for the sport, but at the same time, like, what else do we got? You know what I'm saying? One MMA is a disgrace. PFL is a disgrace. Bellator is dead. GFL is a joke. What else
Yeah.
do we got?
I
Right?
mean, as we start to see this mass exodus from other major MMA promotions, I think we're hopefully going into a kind of another golden age for the UFC. I think this is potentially going to be a super exciting time to be an MMA fan with all this new like proven talent coming into the UFC.
Hopefully,
Yep.
hopefully.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, that's it for today.
It's
Um,
unbelievable yap sesh. We went for like I don't know how long, but yeah, fun times.
yep. All right. See you in the next one.
Yeah.